We're going to work on you know what, comic relief for a minute. Why is it every time I do these videos I say, okay, today? A lot of these videos are done in the same day. Okay, so from now on, for this video, I'm working on a 1990 model Mercury. That's a 40 horsepower two-stroke. Basically, we're suspecting carburetor issues. Previous video I showed you how to bench test a fuel pump. Well, on this one we're going to disassemble the carburetors, and we've already got them off the engine. This was a service call, so it's not exactly something I could videotape, but here we have the carburetors off. Should be 2 gaskets left. You can leave those on the studs on the engines, and I suggest going ahead and put the nuts back on the engine just so they don't get lost. Absolutely love these things. Sarcasm. Yeah, so here we go, and we're going to tear them down, and we're going to put them in an ultrasonic cleaner. That's what we've got. That's what we use. Works really well. If you don't have one, it's really hard to get these things clean. So, alright, here we go. Okay, so the first thing I want to make a note of, somebody's already done it. You can see a scratch mark here, and a scratch mark here. Just one. Down here, this one's got 2. Make sure you do this. You do not want to mix up these carburetors. You really can't with this linkage on here, but I'll show you that later. But you really don't want to mix these up, and it's a good habit to get into, especially if you do this on a regular basis with different engines. But always mark your carburetors so you know which one goes where. Yeah. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to separate the 2 carburetors. Here we've got zip ties. We're going to clip these off with just a pair of clippers. Alright, once you get these clipped off, I like these pliers here. I'll tell you the part number, but you can't really see it. 47 CF maybe. Anyways, they're snap-on. What I like about them, they get a really wide jaw, and those are cross-cut. It's like a little diamond edge or whatever. Anyways, basically what you're going to do, if they seem to be difficult, you can grab them here. And of course, hold the carburetor place, but you're going to spin this fuel line like such while you're pulling the carburetor away, and a lot of times that helps get them off. Now, as far as your linkage, I guess I better mention this now. This bottom piece here, this is screwed on here. So there is a bolt here that holds this on the bottom carburetor. As far as the top, it'll separate. Now, I'm going to put this back on just for the time being, but you can separate this, so there's nothing really there to worry about as far as when you're taking this off. So it will just come apart. Alright, so now my carburetors are separated. Remember I told you that this will just separate. I'll show you how that works real quick. That shaft has got a little crosshatch cut. And then on top of this, there's a little small, it's almost like a little flat piece of metal. Sorry, let's try this. There we go. It's like a flat piece of metal down in there that grabs it. But, so once you separate that, remember to mark your carburetors. Also mark these outside plates here. We go ahead and take the fuel line all the way off because I want to inspect it. And you can see right there, it looks great. It's not separating. I'd have no problem whatsoever reusing this. And it's flexible, but it's, you know, these get stiff, and at that point you want to throw them away and just cut a new piece. But I'd have no problem reusing this one again. It's very pliable. It's not sticky. It's not sticking to my glove. So yeah, we're good there. Alright, so we're going to start with this one since it's lucky number 1. I'm going to go ahead and pull these Phillips head screws here out, these 4, and go ahead and separate that.